So, are we all ready for a story? If you are ready, please put ready in the chat. And then we will start. And our words are sausage dog, cider, tea, VR, Covid mutant worry. Sausage dog. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful little sausage dog, and they were black and tan, and had happy, big black eyes. And they were wearing their Christmas jumper. And they were actually very, very sophisticated dogs, so they knew how to make tea. And with their little paws, they were holding a cup of tea and taking a few little slurps every now and then. Now, they were watching TV, and they'd actually been able to put some VR goggles on. So they'd kind of put their tea down and pop their little VR goggles on. And they were watching the TV, and the news was on. Now, the sausage dog, who was called Blackberry, didn't really understand. And Blackberry thought, well, this doesn't look like the news, because the man who's reading the news is drinking cider. And that's not usually on the news. But anyway, Blackberry kept watching the news. And she then saw quite disturbing news that there had been a COVID mutation. So poor little Blackberry sat there watching the VR, and she kind of just shook it off. She shook the VR off, so it popped off of her head, and she just kind of laid down, and she was very upset. She made that little groan noise that all dogs make when they kind of sigh. And then she had her tea next to her, and she shuffled up to her tea and took a few more sips, and it made her a little bit happier. And she sat down and she thought about what she could do. So she went around and she popped on another new Christmas Xmas jumper. Lucy, my dog, loves a brew. And she headed on into the kitchen and was waddling as she went. And she grabbed a few new masks, and she decided that she would help the people of the village by handing out loads and loads of new masks, because one of the new restrictions was that everybody had to wear them again, and she knew that some people might have thrown them away. So she put on her little backpack, and she left with lots and lots of masks in her bag. And she would grab them with her little mouth and teeth and then pop them through letterboxes as she went on, paddling around. And it had been raining, so she had like one of these little umbrellas on her head too, so she was all protected. So she walked around and pit-patted through the rain and the puddles and splashed in the puddles and wagged her little tail. And each door she passed, she popped a mask through, specially for them, in a lovely little sealed packet that said, "I hope you feel better," because everyone was very, very worried. And so, lovely little Blackberry spread joy and happiness everywhere she went by caring for others and having a good cup of tea. The end.